Today we're going to be working on exercises that you can easily perform in your desk chair. We're going to begin by sitting upright in your chair with your feet firmly planted on the ground. You might have to adjust your seat height in order to get your feet firmly planted. We're going to begin by performing circular motions at the shoulders. We're going to do this forwards and backwards, and you can perform 10 in each direction. Next, we'll be working on thoracic rotation. Make sure once again your feet are firmly planted on the ground and your pelvis remains forward throughout the exercise. Bring your arms straight out in front of you, and you're going to be working on rotating in the mid-spine. You can perform 10 of these on each side. For the next exercise, you want to move forward in your chair and get the feet shoulder width apart. Bring your arms out to the side and reach to your opposite foot with your hand. For individuals with limited workspace, you might want to skip out on this exercise, or you can bend your arms and reach to the opposite knee. Make sure you remain breathing throughout this exercise and perform 10 on each side. Moving back in your chair, we're going to be working on an arm exercise next. Firmly plant your feet on the ground and push up through your armchairs, extending your elbows. You can make this easier by pushing more through the legs, or make it harder by pushing more through the hands. You're going to be feeling this in the back of your arms and the triceps muscles. Perform 10 of these. Next, we're going to be working on the muscles that internally and externally rotate the hip. Seated in your chair, move your foot inward and outward. If you feel a pinching sensation in your hip, you could always move through a lesser range of motion. Make sure you're breathing throughout the exercise and perform on both sides. Now we're going to be stretching our deep hip rotator muscles. Begin by bringing your foot to the opposite knee and placing your hand over the knee that's bent. This can be enough of a stretch, but to make it more difficult, you could press downward on the knee that is bent. Only work through a range in which you feel a stretch and don't work into any pain. Make sure that you're breathing throughout the exercise. You could hold on each side for 30 seconds. Next, we're going to be working on our hamstring muscles. Sitting upright in your chair, straighten your knee, and then begin flexing at your hip, slowly sliding your hands down your leg. Only work into a range where you feel a stretch in the back of your thigh and the hamstrings muscle. Remain breathing throughout and hold on each side for 30 seconds. Now we're going to be stretching our glutes. Remaining upright in your chair, bend your knee and your hip, and bring your knee to your chest. You could interlock your hands in order to apply a little pressure to increase that stretch in your glutes. Only work through a range in which you don't feel any pain and you feel a stretch in your glute muscles. You can make this easier by flexing your hip less. Perform this for 30 seconds on each side. Those are a few exercises that you could perform in your desk chair in order to get blood flowing and yourself moving.